Hey, this is Dan coming at you with an update for the Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl game, and it looks like it's been confirmed that Garfield will be the new character. They're saying that he will be available on December 9th, and it looks like on the Nintendo Switch they're going to be releasing him later, which that seems like it's the trend. It seems like the Nintendo Switch has been getting all the updates later than everything else, which is kind of lame. But for those who aren't aware, I guess Nickelodeon acquired the rights to Garfield in 2019, and it looks like they're working on their own cartoon series and everything. So they've had the rights to Garfield for a while. And I think with the developer Ludosity kind of having this interest in Garfield because he's kind of a meme character, that's why they decided to put him in the game. And it looks like IGN has released some screenshots here with Garfield, and it's kind of showing off the stage. And it's pretty funny. It looks like you're fighting like on a dish of lasagna in some kind of dream world, which is kind of interesting. They're saying that Ludosity released their own trailer, but I am on YouTube and I'm on Twitter right now, and I'm not seeing a trailer on either of their pages, so I'm not sure when that's going to drop. But as of 10 minutes after noon Eastern time, it looks like there's nothing that's been released other than just a few screenshots from IGN. But I do think that this was a good choice. It'll be interesting to see what Garfield's moveset is. So I'm hoping they'll release that information here soon. But he's coming out Thursday, December 9th. So I'm sure we'll see something here very shortly for that. I also wanted to take a look at the new costumes that were announced last week. And they're apparently all available for all consoles except Switch. So Switch owners are getting shafted. That's kind of not cool, but it is what it is. It seems like a lot of the updates for the Switch have been delayed for some reason. I don't know what that's about, but the first costume I wanted to take a look at was the Spongebob one. It's the number one soda drinking hat. I think that's a pretty cool choice. There's so many choices they could have picked with Spongebob. You know, there's the jellyfish glasses and the round Spongebob, and just with all the choices out there, I think this was probably the best one that they could have picked for him. The next two I wanted to look at were the hats for Toff and Aim from Avatar. I think they're pretty cool. I think with Toff, she has her hat and then the cloak as well. So I think hers probably looks a little bit better. Aim's, it is what it is. It's just that regular hat that he normally wears. So it's kind of cool, I guess. I really like the green design they gave for April O'Neil. I'm just a big fan of the color green. I don't know why. It's just my favorite color. And I like how she has like the yellow stripes. So if I ever do play as her, I'm probably going to be picking this new costume. And speaking of the Ninja Turtles actually have this cool black and white design. It's supposed to be a tribute to the old black and white Ninja Turtle comics from back in the day. I think they might have been from the 80s. I'm not sure. But the comics themselves were pretty edgy for the time. It was definitely like a different stylistic choice. So I think it's kind of a cool thing that they paid tribute to that. For the Ren and Stimpy characters, they actually have the Christmas hats, which makes sense because I believe there is quite a few Christmas episodes in the series, so it's cool that they're referencing that, as well as the Powdered Toast Man with the alternate color costume. I don't know what that's in reference to, but it's kind of cool because it's an entirely different color design, so he at least stands out, so that's pretty cool. The other two SpongeBob character costumes are pretty interesting. You have Patrick with the cowboy hat, which I guess is referencing the Square Dancing with Patrick joke in one of the earlier episodes. And I'm not sure what the Sandy basketball gear costume is about, but with both of these, they at least make the character stand out, so that's what matters the most. So I think they did a good job with these. They also gave Cat Dog some party hats, which I'm kind of 50-50 on this. Like, it's kind of cool, but it doesn't really make them stand out as much, especially if they're like, you know how fast the game is and how they're moving around. So I don't know if this is a great choice, but I'm sure it's referencing some episode in the show. So I guess it makes sense from that standpoint, but I think they could have gone with something better here. And for Danny Phantom, they actually gave him the black and white suit, which is in reference to the theme song opening where he's in the suit and he's exploring the ghost machine or whatever before he gets his powers. So it's kind of cool that they reference that here. Similarly to Ren and Stimpy, they actually gave Helga a festive costume this time around, and I'm guessing this is in reference to one of the holiday episodes. I really like the green stripe on her dress, and I like her bow too. It's kind of like a mistletoe type thing, I think, on the top there. So that's kind of an interesting design choice. And for Lincoln Loud, they gave him a beanie cap, which I don't know what that's in reference to because I don't watch the show, so I'm not sure what that's about, but you can go ahead and comment down below if you know what that's in reference to. And with Cora, I think they just slightly changed her colors a little bit, and it's barely even noticeable. This is probably the worst one they've done. Like, if you're not even going to try to change the character in any way, like any meaningful way, why even have an alternate costume at all? So I don't know what that's about. Also, with the other Loud House character, Lucy now has some sunglasses, which is pretty cool. Like I said, I don't watch the show, so I don't know what this is referencing, but it does make her stand out, so that's pretty cool. Also, with Nigel from the Wild Thornberries, he now has his cool safari hat, which makes him stand out. And this makes the most sense because he wore that hat throughout the series whenever they were going on different adventures. So I think this is the perfect item for him, and I think it's a great choice. And they also added Oblina from Ah Real Monsters. She now has a snorkel, which is kind of cool. I think this is in reference to whenever they do the dumpster diving thing through the dump. It's been a long time since I've seen the show, so correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. I really liked how they added the purple Reptar in the game. This is in reference to one of the earlier episodes in Rugrats. They had a purple Reptar in there. They had the toy, and I think there was even a purple Reptar in the Reptar show that the babies watched. So it's pretty cool that they actually reference this. This is actually one of my favorite color costumes, I guess. And then the last one is Zim. They gave him the human contact lenses and the hair, and this is obviously the perfect choice for him. The only other thing I could think of is possibly the homeless costume where he's wearing that pink hat and the beard. I think that would have been really funny. But other than that, this was the most obvious choice. I kind of wish they added Gurr and the dog costume for this particular costume swap, but they didn't do that. It is what it is, though. I still really like this one.